I don't know. Hopefully you're steaming, Dave. T90 rigged!
Thanks for all the fantastic content.
Pride of Lily, thank you for the 5 months, man. Thank you. No problemo. I think Dave was AFK, sadly. Okay, so we have a Goths versus Celts war. Welcome everybody to the stream and to the YouTube channel. This is a 1v1 on the map Arabia. I was just saying last game how Daut hasn't been playing as much recently because he has some other obligations, and it's good to see him online right now, playing MBL. Leading up to the King of the Desert tournament, Daut and MBL played a ton of games, and they were all entertaining. There are some players that always give you entertaining games. I would say MBL is the one. MBL is the key. If MBL plays Viper, entertaining. MBL plays Daut, Slam, always entertaining with MBL. It doesn't mean he always wins. I think it's entertaining because he does different stuff, but he's one of my favorite players. Yeah. So Goths here for MBL. I absolutely love his map. He has beautiful wood lines on the back, tons of T90 trees, can wall off here, protect that area, would protect his main stone and his main gold pretty much, as all the pressure would have to go all the way around past his town center. And you have Daut's map, and I don't like it. I don't like it. Woodline's far away, there's lots of hills here. If he gets attacked, he has to flee back to his town center, and he's running downhill then, which means the enemy units do more damage. So that'll be tough for him. Woodline on the right? What woodline? Oh, way out here. Yep, that's too far away. This is TC territory for Castle Age. And his main gold is awkward on the hill. He can never TC this. And there's hills that surround him on the left and the right-hand side. Daut will probably need to be the aggressor here. Now, both of these civilizations are infantry heavy. Celts, they would win the man-at-arms fight. So, well, not necessarily, but their movement speed's really nice. And the Celt meta is normally to go into man-at-arms or Drush or something.
Nice to catch your stream again.
Legend Beater, thank you for the 5 months, man. Good to have you. So, we'll probably see man-at-arms from Daut, especially because his map is so open. I doubt he'll go for a passive Drush. MBL, as I said, he mixes it up a lot, but I would expect him to go man-at-arms as well. With this map, oops, sorry, I tabbed out. Well, first of all, he hasn't scouted this, and he's going to assume that there's no hole here. So hopefully he spots it, but he could wall this off and Drush fast castle, honestly. He could wall his entire base. But I expect the safe approach, and that will be man-at-arms, probably into archers then. So past that, the Goths meta is to go man-at-arms into archers and skirms. In Castle Age, they actually get full upgrades on their knights, so they do have the knight option. They would have be one step ahead of Celts in that category. But normally, you're going to see crossbow transition into a boom. And then maybe add infantry once your economy is stronger in Castle Age and in early Imperial Age. Celts are, in my opinion, better in this matchup. And the reason I think that is because their eco is better. Goths are great, but they don't have any direct eco bonuses. I guess the one eco bonus is that they kill boars faster. But Celts, they chop wood so fast that means they can get the crossbows earlier, they can get the mangonels earlier, and their mangonels fire 20% faster. And in reality, faster wood means faster farms, faster TCs, faster everything in this game. And that's why this Civ has actually been a very strong 1v1 Civ even before these new balance changes. Also, their tech tree is pretty cool as well. They get amazing champions, they get Wold Raiders as well, they get the best siege in the game. I guess it's arguable now, but I'd still say Celts have the best siege in the game. But it's kind of a boom-heavy meta in the Castle Age, so it'll be tough for Daut to do that on this map. He's probably not going to be a huge fan of that. I love Wold Raiders. Even if Wold Raiders sucked, I would love them. I don't know about you guys, but that'd be exciting. Cheaper infantry is technically an eco advantage. Well, it's not. It's a military advantage. But Yeah, again, Celts would have the edge, I think, until the Imperial Age and it comes to the infantry spam. Look at Daut. Look at this. Look at him. Look at him run around in circles here. This is idling that villager. It's nice that Daut is here and he can see what his opponent is going to do. But it's bad because he's going to have to get out of here at some point if he wants to keep his life. But this little bit of distraction is always good. And every time MBL idles his TC, that does slow down his economy. And Daut's going to make a run for it. Yeah, Daut won't be able to survive here. I was thinking he might be able to run away because he's going to hit Feudal Age first. But he doesn't have the HP, so rip. Well played from both, though. Daut made the best of a bad situation. That guy just did chat off and then typed a taunt just to annoy people. What a jerk. Yeah, Lord Penguin, for sure. So hold on a second. And we're focusing on Daut's scout. Daut is actually not going with man-at-arms. He expected it, I'm sure, which is why he's going archers. Okay. I don't know. See, I feel like this is a very passive play for a map like this. He was already keeping MBL's military back. If he went standard man-at-arms, his man-at-arms could have arrived here, and then MBL would be playing defensively with his units. But instead now, MBL has his scout, and he's going to have the man-at-arms, and he's going to force repairs out of Daut, and it's going to take some time for Daut to be able to mass the archers. MBL will most likely add skirms after this as well, so it can be difficult to go straight archers. I say that all the time because I think when people are practicing build orders, it's really exciting to go straight archers, but I think it can be so easily countered. So we'll see here. We'll see how it goes. I gotta start keeping track of the percentage of victories when people go straight archers. I'd say it's probably like 20%. I think at this stage, MBL's seen the archer ranges. He needs to probably just distract and keep Daut at home. Okay, so MBL, you notice how many farms he has added here. He wants to abuse his map, and he wants to hit castle as fast as possible. He may live to regret that, because the issues with the archer build is that they just continue to mass and mass and mass, and then you can't deal with them. Most players would have added the archer range already. And there it is. So it might be a little bit late for MBL because he added the farms. Let's hope the extra farms don't hurt him too much. But again, Daut's Feudal Age form of attack is still sitting back at his base because he needs to wait for the archers to mass. If he went scouts, we would be in a very similar position. The man-at-arms wouldn't have been able to do anything. He would have 4 scouts and they could be inside MBL's base. So I don't know, it's one thing I'm very passionate about. As I tried to get better at the game, I'm very passionate about the fact that I don't think straight archers is a great strategy. It's very situational. Yeah, these are bugged farms, by the way. They are being farmed. Unfortunately, these villagers are using the wrong seed. These are the GMO seeds, and they don't have the natural look of the non-GMO seeds. Sad times. Good activity from MBL's scout here. He's going to notice the archers are coming in. And Daut is well protected at the moment. And Daut getting fletching. And this is kind of a combination of things. This is a combination of Daut's passive build order, but also it's a combination of that and MBL's strong map. So while Daut can't do anything because he's slow to arrive here with his build, it's also because MBL is abusing his good map. Alphabet, what's up, man? Mr. Timo, catch you tomorrow. Have a nice night. Cinemation, if you're heading off as well, see ya. I wonder how much Daut has scouted here. See, when Daut got his scout trapped, he didn't get to see much. So this could have also gone into his decision-making a bit. Or lack of correct decision-making. Because maybe if he saw MBL's whole base, he would have known, okay, MBL can wall that off easily. My my archers, excuse me, won't do anything. MBL is not really concerned with pushing forward at all, is he? He still has the man-at-arms alive. They're pretty useless here. He will lose a skirmisher or two. Both players are just going to try and speed to Castle Age now. And both players have around the same food. Mr. Happy Feet says, love your YouTube videos. First time catching you live. Super excited. Well, you picked a really good time, man. We got two of the best players in the world playing live for us right now. If there's one thing I know about MBL, is that he loves his frickin' skirms, and he will micro these 5 skirmishers all day.
As I mentioned before, I'm on my night shift. Here you have some fruits of my work. Love T90.
Emlerk, thank you, man. I'm glad that I can make your night shift pass by fast. I've been there, man. I used to watch streams at work myself. So logic would tell you need to run away in these situations because you're outnumbered even though you're verse archers. MBL, he's not concerned. He just wants to kill as many gold units as possible. Daut has added some skirmishers because he doesn't want to fight straight archers versus skirms, and he's on his way up to castle now, so he did beat MBL there. But he really can't push. MBL's going to hold to this hill. He can do more damage with each shot. And MBL still has been using his scout as well. But MBL got the defense upgrade on these skirmishers, which is 100 food. Had he not gotten that, he would have clicked the castle already. He's doing that because he wants to trade favorably here, and he's doing a good job. Very nice pickoffs of these archers. Daut is doing something interesting, and he's banking up stone. Now, this is some next level mind game from Daut. So, well, it's not really a mind game as much as experience. What's out in the field right now? A lot of archer units. What civ is MBL? MBL is Goths. What do Goths have? They have Huskarls and they're anti-archer. So MBL is thinking, you know what? It would be fantastic if I go Huskarls. And Daut's like, ha! I'm gonna go with the castle and go Wold Raiders. So it's rare, but we're gonna see the Castle Age Wold Raider, and I really like the fact that Daut has done that. Honestly, a lot of players in the past would just go 2 stable knights versus that, but still, I like the idea. From both players, I like the idea. Daut has so much stone. Is he going to build the castle on the hill? Plop it right there. Yep, that works. Protects both stones, protects the gold. Now, MBL saw the villagers on stone, so he's probably expecting this. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is really cool. Notice how MBL does not seem like he's in a huge rush to go for Huskarls now. He's going to get knight upgrades. Had he not scouted that and thought about it, I mean, these guys are so intelligent, he would probably be going straight Huskarl to start, and he would lose the fight. MBL is just going to distract with his scout. He doesn't even care about it. He just wants Daut to attack it. And what did I say? He's going to micro these skirmishers even though he's outnumbered. Excuse me there. The Daut hasn't had map control, but I don't think it matters too much. He's... That's how bad his map is. He has to place a TC here, but he's on his second town center, adding some Wold Raiders now. Now, you know what? Remember MBL had his scout patrolling around on the hill. A player like Daut would have clicked that to check for upgrades. But I don't know if he noticed or when the upgrades came in and what the timing was like, so now he's being caught out by the Knights. And Knights do very well versus Wold Raiders. Cool game here. This is an amazing game. I've had so much to talk about in this one. He's going to continue with Wold Raiders, Daut, and MBL. Yeah, instead of rushing the castle, he's just going with the Knights, and he's added town centers with a much better map. Muscle Confusion, thank you for the Prime sub, man. Welcome. You picked a really good time to join. Do you think AoE can grow up to be a very relevant game in the gaming business with Definitive Edition AoE 4 coming? It will grow big time. Do I think it's going to be League of Legends? No, I don't, because RTS games aren't appreciated. Will the community possibly double, triple, quadruple in size? I honestly feel like that's likely, because even before the Definitive Editions, the community has been growing again because of the content creators. So, yes, I think it will grow, but I don't think it'll be like the biggest game. Redmans, have a good one, man. See you next time. So these World Raiders have 1 defense upgrade. There's a lot of numbers, and Daut will also start adding in the monks, both for conversions, but for that relic, and MBL is here for the same reason. Now, this monk is gonna die to the World Raider. Oh! Are you kidding me? That's crazy. What luck? MBL converted the World Raider that was coming towards him. I don't think Daut noticed that. Daut's gonna try and get a conversion now. Oh! And then he gets the World Raider back. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So crazy. MBL ends up losing his monk. Well, that was fun. What I was going to say is Daut is getting upgrades on units that he's going to want to use in the next stage for sure. MBL, he's gotten +2 defense on a cavalry unit. And cavalry units he's not going to want to stick with long term. So I would say advantage Daut for that reason at the moment. The bad thing for Daut is the way his base is set up. On the right hand side there's a large hill. On the left hand side it's very open. This is amazing though. He does have these resources close by. At the same time MBL has this, so. 1890, I just started trying to force myself to use hotkeys for the first time. I'm still struggling to beat moderate AI. Any tips you could have for a beginning hotkeyer? Snaggle Fraggle, you have to just do it constantly. If you're at the point where you're using hotkeys while you play and you have to cheat and click, then that's your first mistake. You don't... Basically with hotkeys, I don't even think about it anymore. Like I can toggle through castles, I can toggle through ranges, I can toggle through TCs, mills, you know, mining camps. I don't think about it. And that's because I stopped cheating and I just had to, you know, pull up, okay, what hotkey is this? And just practice it. So, I think once you get to the point where you're using a hotkey for every single thing, you're going to be at a much higher rating than you are now. And that, I played a lot when I first started this game, but that only took me, I think, a week or two to get used to every single one. But I also played like 4 hours a day at the time. So yeah, you got to force yourself to do it. There's no easy answer. And then I'd work on some build orders as well. This game, while there's people who are naturally talented gamers who do well in this game, a lot of it is just time and practice and experience. Both players on the way to Imp. Daut is going to be on 2 castles to create World Raiders. He's house walling up here. Still could be pressured here. Still could be pressured here. I don't know if you noticed, but all the relics have now been collected, and look at the amount of scouting going on. They're trying to find those extra gold piles. Daut did see this one, and he also sees the stone. Now, the 30-minute mark is when players of this quality do this kind of stuff. And I find that their scouting is so good, we hardly even notice it at times. We just expect it. Like, this one scout here. Daut probably expected the champion switch, but now he sees it and confirms it with that scout. And he killed a monk. This monk moving around. This monk moving around. Very good scouting for Daut. MBL as well has been using his knights for this purpose. Now, MBL has not seen this extra gold yet. That's the main thing he's looking for. And I guess they also don't know that the other has collected all the relics, so it might be another relic around there. So it's going to be quite a while till MBL gets all his upgrades here. They're right next to one another. That could have been a time for Daut to fight. Okay, Daut doesn't have Elite Woad Raider, and upgrades are the same here. And Daut has more numbers. Oh, Daut's getting Elite Woad Raider already. This could be a really good early part to the Imperial Age for him. Now, the interesting thing is, while Woad Raiders will win these engagements when they're elite, MBL with Goths can spam so fast that he can make up for having a weaker unit. And I think that's what we're going to see. MBL even sending in the Knights to contribute. But Daut, he should push now, where he can. Take what victories he can now, and then use this opportunity to branch out his economy on the golds and the stones. Very well played from Daut. Daut doesn't necessarily win with speed or fantastic micro. He wins with getting that extra relic, which he has. He wins with getting the extra gold and stone early. That's how Daut is victorious, and that's how he's one of the best in the game. So if I'm being completely honest, if you want to watch players' recorded games and you want to adopt a style that'll make you good at this game, I would probably say adopt a Daut style. Because he doesn't have anything flashy, and a lot of us aren't going to have the flashy Viper and Leary micro, you know? I feel like it would be better to like, Daut has more realistic attributes. But these World Raiders are so good. This game is still very, very close. MBL has taken some losses here. He doesn't have champion on the way yet. That's the thing. You have to go through the whole champion line to get there. And Daut taking the score lead with that fight. Will this momentum be too much for the Goth player? MBL, you know, he continues to patrol back in because he feels like with the production speed he can do it. Excuse me, sorry. I don't think he can do it right now, at least. This is where if I'm Daut, yeah, I castle the hills where I'm vulnerable. And maybe send some siege workshops forward or something and start trying to kill the barracks. Let's see what Goth spam can do here for MBL. Give me one moment. I've needed to blow my nose for a while. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, sorry about that. So, even though Daut has taken better trades and has a much stronger KD, now MBL's in the position where he can really hurt Daut. Someone said add scorpions if you're Daut. I'd like to see it as well, but since he's teched into all these World Raiders, he needs to stick with World Raiders probably till the first big fight at 200 pop. You can't allow Goths to have an opportunity to outpop you. Excuse me, outpop you. Overlays behind? So what do you mean? This here? Unless you're talking... Oh, you might be talking about those technologies. Oh, yeah, it's like... It's repeating Town Watch and stuff, right? I don't think... Oh, no. Daut's just getting Town Watch now. Anyway, MBL has more military numbers now. He had this entire gold he hasn't collected yet. Ah, gotcha. Okay, my bad. I like the Scorpion idea. It's just that you need a lot of them to make it work. This is a good engagement for Daut on top of that hill. Very good surrounds there. And also, to get Heavy Scorpion, you need to be floating over 1,000 food and wood. Man, that cleanup was sick! That was so sick! But MBL can spam so fast, he lost 4 units, and now he's level with Daut's numbers once again. This is probably a waste for MBL. He needs to pay attention here before he throws more units away. In almost every single game you will see with Goths and 1v1s at the professional level, you will find that they always have an awful kill-death ratio. That's because they win with their spam, and not their efficiency in fights. Daut is still taking impressive victories. This was just kind of a throw from MBL. Daut's floating a lot of gold, which gives you a lot of confidence that he can continue to do what he's doing right now. MBL is not. MBL is not floating gold. He only has 2 relics. Daut is almost finished with all these extra resources out here. I think there's only about, yeah, like 50 here, 15 here, 174 there. This will be a long game if Daut wants to starve MBL. I believe that Daut... What did... Those units went into that small area. That was funny. I believe that Daut got guilds as well and sold a lot of his resources to get this gold. How about how about Celts at close quarters battles like near MBL's barracks? Well, that's the struggle. If MBL can create these units almost instantly, provided he has the resources, that's not where Daut wants to fight at all. Because then the units are going to continue to replenish forces. So I think that's why Daut, he continues to take trades and then leave. And also Daut sold very early because he knows that he is going to have to keep up with the Goth production. And this is absolutely insane, isn't it? 90 units now for MBL. And what MBL wants to do is he wants to lure Daut away from this castle. This castle fire doesn't really give much to Daut. Can MBL win it with the spam now? The World Raiders are going to be stronger. But MBL is going to have the spam, and here it comes. Streaming from the barracks, going towards the middle of the map. 50 military for MBL, 35 for Daut. That has all the gold in the world, but he can only produce out of castles, while MBL can produce out of barracks and instantly. And slowly, Daut loses numbers here. He's lacking the food, believe it or not. I believe he's producing still, but he doesn't have a lot of food floating, and MBL knows he's in a good position, I think. And he's going to build more barracks. Toggle to MBL's point of view, and yeah, he's floating gold as well. Every single barracks is queued up. Incredible stuff. And this is single queue as well. You can't just click all your barracks, set a gather point, and click the unit. They're going like this, toggling through every single one. And Daut is going to try and raid, actually, with the World Raiders. And MBL's like, don't mind if I do. I'm just going to walk right up to your castle then and take that down with champions. And a huge cleanup here as well. MBL taking the score lead now. What an epic game with infantry. MBL can just turn around and fight this one. Daut is lacking numbers big time. 70 plus military for MBL. He's on this castle. He's on this castle as well. No sign that he's going to be stopped anytime soon. Daut sending his World Raiders back, but he will be outnumbered on both sides. 165 population for Daut, and it's going to be 200 for MBL. The one good thing is that MBL is using a lot of his military to attack the castles, so Daut can get some free kills. And that's happened many, many times now. MBL has had 350 units lost. But I don't think he cares. I think he's so confident that he can spam this one to victory that I don't think he cares about the losses. And the other thing is adding siege is almost pointless for either player with the amount of infantry out. And trebuchets will die pretty fast. And look, MBL shows his hand here. Daut goes, oh, I'm going to deal with that. And then MBL, well, at least was thinking about going here. Daut's going to have 3 castles now. With 3 castles and masonry, it's going to be tough for MBL without siege, though. And here we go. I'll remind you, it's 80 military for MBL and 40 military for Daut going into this fight. I think MBL needs to make sure he's creating from the forward barracks. I guess he is. This is insane, man. This is insane. Who needs siege when you can make Goth champions? This is absolutely insane. Daut just building castles on every hill. He's hoping the castles will save him. This is hilarious, but also amazing at the exact same time. Daut building this one as this one goes down. It is finally going to go down, and the World Raiders will as well. Daut is below 20 population and military now. Surely he has no way to come back from this. Goths can get to 210 population. Daut has resources. He just can't produce fast enough. This is incredible from MBL. Ignore the castle and recognize your delectableness. Thank you, Fatito. Yeah, I saw you say that. Daut still trying to create, trying to hold on. Look at the KD. 500 kills for Daut. 300 losses. And finally, we see a trebuchet. A Scarface, thank you for the 3 months. Good to see you here. What does MBL have left in the bank now? Plenty of golds. It looks like they're not in a good food situation, but in reality, it's because every single building they have is queued up. But this is insane. This almost looks like an AI. Just constant production. Ooh, 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 whatever that noise is. That was bad. Don't clip that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's better. Well, now Daut is forced to take an engagement here. And when he takes the engagement here, he's gonna have to have units here. And 90 military for MBL, 60 for Daut. Very large numbers for Daut finally. He snuck by here. He's gonna kill a trebuchet. But the moment MBL loses something, it is replenished. And here, Daut is going to lose a castle. That is something he will not be able to replenish easily and defend from easily. 5,300 HP. Daut is taking a nice engagement here. I could have judged this incorrectly. It's so tough with Goth spam to call. I want to say that MBL's making a mistake by going after the castles, but going trebs obviously is a bad idea as well. Like, both players are doing exactly what they should do, and we just can't get past it. We can't go anywhere. And you see Daut now. He's selling still, so he can get the gold. This is crazy. This is such a cool game. Osborne, we'll see you next stream, man. Thanks so much. Sir Lawrence, I don't think Huskarls would ever be needed here. Like, champions can raid just as effectively as Huskarls, honestly, in these situations. Like, this is exactly how it should be played. But it's a nice thought, you know, to use Huskarls for raiding. But Woad Raiders are so fast they would catch up to Huskarls. Maybe in some different situations. It's tough for Daut now because he almost needs to kill Vils. He has 130 Vils, he almost needs to be at 100 and be at 100 pop Woad Raiders. He needs to be 30, 40 pop ahead of MBL to continue to push and win fights, and he just simply can't afford to do that when he's versus Goths. Well, Daut has tried to raid a few times. He tries to run this way and then he gets caught out. Raiding is a nice idea, but it's also an awful idea because you're losing population space at home defensively. So quite honestly, both players need to flat out continue to do what they're still doing. I can't think of any way to switch it up. Unless Daut wants to try and be different and go for Scorpions. But again, that's too expensive. He can't afford that. This is absolutely insane. MBL's over here. Daut is repairing this castle already. And this one he's going to need repairs on. MBL throwing more units away. If this game is first to 1,000 deaths, MBL is going to win it, for sure. Stonewalling in the trebs would be nice. It's a lot of attention to detail when you're cycling through 25 barracks and microing your units. But yeah, that would be nice as well. Now, Lord Penguin, adding hand cannons when your infantry is produced instantly is a really bad idea for pop efficiency. Like a lot of the times, again, he hasn't been winning these fights if you look at the KD, right? But he can produce units so fast that it's better to stick with the infantry. In almost every situation, Goths, when they win, they're actually losing more units, but it doesn't matter. It's pretty crazy. So both players only have 150 gold, and that's only going to favor MBL more and more, because Daut has been buying stone, I believe, to repair castles, and Daut has the more expensive unit. But Daut does have 70 Woad Raiders, and he's going to kill another Treb, and this is an expense that MBL has invested into, and again, it's not going to give him the castle kill. And this is a fight that I like from Daut. He got on top of the hill. Actually hasn't killed the Treb yet, but there you go. I like the fight, but again, MBL has more units coming in. It's insane. It is ridiculous. I love Goths. I love Goths. The fact that, you know, this civilization exists makes this so exciting. There aren't many civs that could go toe-to-toe with Goths in these situations, in full infantry battles. Celts is probably one of the only ones. Daut hasn't lost a castle yet, right? No, he did lose one on that hill. If you're gonna add in hand cannons, you need to have 20 at least. Having just 5, 10 hand cannons isn't enough. These champions create so fast, while hand cannons create so slow. You gotta stick with champions. Like, I don't know if there's a better way to explain that, but I feel like he has to stick with champions. He has to continue doing what he's doing. Daut was prepared for this, and he knew he needed to get the extra relics, and he knew he needed to sell. I think it wouldn't be a bad idea for MBL to build some barracks on the side, like you would do with hussars, and just like spam a few champions into the farming economy. Because the most important resource, while the gold is important, the most important resource is going to be food here, right? For the champions. It seems like Daut has really done a nice job here. Everyone's selling for gold. Daut is only 15 military behind. And finally he has time to take a breath of fresh air and move out. MBL's behind with guilds. The guilds gives you better trades when you sell from the market, so Daut has already done that. There's no resources remaining on this map as far as I know. MBL would have taken this gold. Daut took these resources. It's just wood and food. And look at their scouting as well. Great scouting from Daut. Great scouting from MBL. See, this would be so important. I think MBL could dedicate one barracks to sending champions here. That would distract Daut. Yeah, I thought Daut had guilds earlier, but regardless, Daut was first to sell. So he's gonna get a few more resources for it, and there we go. They're both selling like crazy because they know that they're gonna need those resources. Man, crazy game. Absolutely insane. I love it though. I love it. But this actually favors Daut big time because Daut's issue is he can't produce as fast as MBL. It's not speed, it's not strength, it's just production. So when MBL sits back like this, it gives Daut exactly what he wants. Time to be pop capped. Daut continues to sell. And now he's going to try and raid. And he's the first to do this. He's on both sides. So that means MBL's attack in the middle could be a bit more effective. But if he takes big losses, it'll be less effective for sure. And the World Raiders can run in. The Daut is taking a risk, but this could pay off big time. Oh man. 120 builds for MBL. Pay attention to that number. He is pushing forward against the castles though. We'll watch both things. I can't follow the raid all that much, so we'll just watch the Vil count. MBL snuffed out the raid on the right-hand side, but in his base, he's losing a lot here. He's down to 110 now. Now, with the resources he has, can he push these castles? There's a lot of them. I guess Daut has purchased stone multiple times because he always has stone to repair. MBL's at 94 villagers now. He's going to continue to lose these as well. And they are Wold Raiders. They're so fast. Look, Vil's dying here. This group is going to kill more Vils. This could be the game-winning move. It could be the game-winning move. Yeah, MBL's having to add Vils, and he's lost a lot of active farmers. That hurts big time. Man, he's at 74 Vils. What a play from Daut there. So it'll be harder for MBL to replenish his forces. But you know what has happened? MBL had all of his barracks queued up, right? So he would get pop capped because he had 120 villagers. but now he's at 73 villagers, and now he's at his freaking 120 military. So, while that's a great decision from Daut, in this fight, it could make it awful for him. That's ridiculous. MBL's lost vills. Is it gonna hurt him or help him? More vills could go down here. I guess MBL has run those vills away. This is an amazing game of Age of Empires 2. 1 hour and 8 minutes in. Still no clear sign of who's going to win this one. I want to give the edge to Daut because MBL is not going to have the food eco now. But MBL now has the extra military. Now, if there was no hill here, I think Daut would have lost, honestly. I think the hill is so huge for both players. And Daut picking off the trebuchet again. That's so clutch. World Raiders just now being chased away. Look at this. Complete disaster in MBL's economy. Is he gonna fight this now? Is he gonna go for it? He is gonna go for it. Daut realizes he can't fight this. Daut, is he gonna fight the top of the hill? Or is he gonna run down the hill? I mean, some of his army is not at the top. MBL has gained the hill. Daut is at 25 military. MBL is at 100 military. Just like that in the blink of an eye. Tim, thank you so much for subbing to the stream. This is absolutely ridiculous now. And I think Daut might lose the game right here. Unbelievable. And Daut's eco rating actually hurt him because the Goth spam. And castles will... I've said it before. I'm not going to say for sure. But they will most likely drop. That means less production for Daut. Less coverage of his eco. And Daut's at 25 military. MBL is maintaining 90. So for every villager MBL lost, he's just added a champion. And this is crazy. Oh, it's time to retaliate. Time to retaliate says he just came from YouTube. That's awesome, man. Thanks for supporting the stream. I still don't know if it's over for Daut. He has 3 castles. But that is not a good sign. MBL is adding more vills as well and sending them to farms, so he's going to get the food eco back, and Daut now is going to lose some of his food eco. If the champions won, they could sit underneath the TC and just take it out in like 4 hits. But they don't want to do that when there's villagers and world raiders here for the taking. Alright, MBL didn't sit underneath the TC. You want to run underneath it and then... that way they don't all have to wrap around. You see the spam continues from MBL. It's not just one wave. It will be many, many more. We'll find out if MBL's economy is really hurt. If he can't stay at the 70 population mark, his economy was really hurt. And it looks like Daut's holding on. MBL is below 40 military, which has been unheard of for him this game. And... Daut now is very close to him in numbers, and Daut's economy is definitely healthier. Wow. This could be a 3-hour game, honestly. They both have relics, 3 for Daut, 2 for MBL. They both have enough production buildings to last them. Daut has a little bit a little bit more resources banked up, but he's versus Goth production. And MBL is fixing his economy. So, get buckled up, ladies and gentlemen. This game isn't going to end anytime soon. Very nice trade for Daut there, but... well, you know what? I think this is a bad idea from MBL. Sure, he's going to kill the TC, but Daut's World Raiders are so fast, he can catch up to these guys. And these champions are pretty much dead then, right? Daut's even repairing the TC. I don't know, this game has been amazing for both players. It's hard for me to say that anyone has done anything wrong here. Should Daut wall? Well, he can't really afford to wall with no stone, man. He's been repairing these castles all game. The walling versus Goths is always great, but I think he has the faster unit, so... I don't think it should be a huge concern. Any raid that comes in from MBL, he should be able to catch up to. Now, MBL, he should wall for sure. We saw what happened last time. But he's also Goths, so he can't stonewall, probably doesn't have the stone banked up. Craziness. Man. We might get to the stage where they're fighting over wood control. I'm being dead serious. So imagine if MBL found the wood, maybe not here, because that won't last long, but this wood, and killed it. Where would Daut have wood? This pile's forward. This pile will probably be gone soon. Nothing in the back corner except a couple trees. So we could get to that stage. MBL thrives in those situations. He just won a game the other day where he was starving someone from wood. Marcus Bond, MBL has cheap infantry. His economy's not great, but his units are cheap. Oh, by the way, MBL has 1,300 deaths. 1,300 deaths. Normally with the KD like this, the game would be over. Yeah, MBL's being a bit wasteful. Daut has been incredibly stubborn, and rightly so, with his castles and his TCs this game. Done a really good job. I still think that one thing I can criticize MBL on is he's not sending anything here. I think that's due to just... He's kind of tunnel visioned at the moment on the main fights. Oh no. Okay. Hold on. It's not me. Someone either dropped or they called the GG and it didn't show. That sucks. Let me back out of the game real quick. Look at the achievements while we have a moment. I am just curious. Yes, you had a lot more eco. What happened here? You were kicked from the room by Booble. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are they still in game? They started a new one. What? Hold on. So sometimes what happens is there's a 90-second spec delay on Booble, and oftentimes, well, not oftentimes, but occasionally you'll miss the last 90 seconds. So they're playing a new one. So I imagine the GG was called. Unfortunately, we didn't have the, oh, the GG's called. The GG's called. Oh my gosh, we didn't have that moment. So I'll just do it for you now. I'll see who won though. I imagine MBL called the GG. Yeah, Daut won. Crazy. I think that Daut won because the fact he did that raid. Because MBL, almost the entire Imperial Age was staying around 60, 70 military, and right before that drop happened there, or the game ended, the number was about 40, I think. Just won't go to YouTube only for that. Now, that was a crazy game, guys. This is a crazy game. Unfortunate that I kind of ruined the hype moments at the end. But here, I'll show you the achievements once again. I can do it this way. I'm very happy that we got to see that one. Not happy, who was it? Who did that? MBL? He spec kicked. He kicked the spectators. Thanks, man. Thanks a lot. So, let's look at this a second. Remember, Daut was selling a lot. So, he had 12k more food, 3k more wood, a lot more stone, but those went into castles. That was so close. That entire game was awesome.
Great game.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. This is one of the best games. Oh, I got a message. Let's see who messaged me. Oh, this is interesting. The guy who created Four Swords, the YouTube series, has